That's also we live on YouTube and everything. It's been a long time since I've been back, so make sure I got no echoing in and out. What's going on? But good to be back. It's been a minute. Been traveling, doing some stuff, doing some work, and working hard and getting things done. So first of all, like I said, just came back from the Rock. Came out from St. Thomas just a while ago. Seeing that a storm, a little tropical storm went through there, and a hurricane, and it didn't look like it did anything super, super bad, but it did. This is just the start of the hurricane season. That was just Hurricane B, and then you got C, which is off the coast of Carolina, which I am at. So so the start of the hurricane. July is gonna get hotter. August, he's gonna go. So people, hope you guys get good about preparing yourself the best as I can. So like I said, I just came out from St. Thomas and went down there, helped people. I brought stuff down as again lights and mosquito stuff for in case for mosquitoes and all kind of stuff, and help bring stuff down there and help people out. That's what I did. So just checking out the mouse here. Helped out people when they needed help, and again, hope you guys are getting cool for the hurricane season. And I hope you are prepared. I did what I can for my family and friends and people who asked for help, of course. So again, hope you guys are ready for the season down in the Caribbean. I pray to God it's not as rough as it was. Last year that was rough. 2 Category 5s behind each other. Category 5s a week apart. That was a really tough time for y'all, and it's good to see St. Thomas building back up and seeing some of the islands also building back up. It's not, I'm not seeing any pictures from Barbuda, but I've seen pictures and stuff from St. Martin and from also the British Virgin Islands and stuff. So went down there and see the islands doing well, and I'm happy that they are doing well. That's good to see. That is good to see, and I'm happy for that. So there are going to be some topics I'm going to keep on bringing back up of stuff. But again, this is another episode of Project Open Mic. Well, yeah, be happy you don't get no stars where you get. Well, you need the water. So what I'm saying, Double A, you do need the water where you at, Anderson. You're correct. I don't know what I was thinking, but let's talk about stuff going on in the world and Project Mic, Open Mic. Like I said, it'll be full-fledged more. I'll put more time for it starting the year. I think it's best just to start a new year well. But I still want to hit some of these topics to get regurgitated back up because of certain things and whatever. So if you see in the description box, I don't know if anybody heard about it. And it is something called, there's something called #WalkAway. So that's what you see in the description box, and you could go and check it out. There's a lot of people on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter talking about giving up their Instagram, giving other videos talking about what's gonna #WalkAway. Now, #WalkAway is basically this guy who was a homosexual who said that he been how can I put it? He's been disfranchised from the Democratic Party because he was like, I was like this, and I'm like, nah. I created this hashtag. They're not doing what they said they'd be doing, and he created this hashtag. And a lot of people, and if you go and see on YouTube or like I said, Facebook or anything, that the hashtag is people talking about why they became disfranchised. They're not coming Republicans. Some came from that to Republicans, but most of them come from that to be a libertarian, which I am, and come from that to be the kind of state, which I was. And also came from the Democratic Party and also became an independent because the parties are just as is what it is. It does suck. So that's what the hashtag movement is. And you see people always talk about doing this and talk about their red pill moment. No, The reason I put in the description for this that I was lucky in that I'm hashtag. Look, I was never, when I came to America, I understand. I see things differently, and I'll be first to say thank my mom for like opening my eyes for a lot of different things all over the world, because I still remember, back in the day again, how she bought this Encyclopedia Britannica, and when I was bored, which was most of the time because I didn't have, kids nowadays have TV in their rooms and all the stuff. I didn't have that. I go to a book, crack it open, and just read the book. Go open Z, volume Z. What's he talking about? Oh, what's volume A? What's talking about that? That's what I did to learn different things around the world, and it still has not changed now because I have some call, of course, intrigue. I am intrigued of what's going on around me, and I want to figure out stuff. And I have this curiosity, which I'm blessed with. Thank you, Lord, for that. But my mom did install that, just take a look at many different things to see what's going on. And I did do that. So it's weird that when I came to America in 2000 to go to school, you had this, people was telling me, well, you got to sign for the draft, you had to do this stuff. And I was like, okay, I had to go through this thing. So there's this thing called a red pill moment. Of course, if those who don't know what that is, that's basically from the movie Matrix, where people say if you take the red pill to find the reality, the truth, what's going on, or you want to keep the blue pill to stay in there. Now, most YouTubers use the red pill as that to turn them into Republicans and stuff like that. I'm not even saying that. But I do, people will say, why did you, they will ask, do you have a red pill moment? And I will basically tell them, I was never red pill. I was never even blue pill. I was not pill. I can't say I was pill because if you look at my history of my voting history, I voted for Democrats and Republicans. I never really jumped on the plantation of the Democrats. I just said both parties. At my local government, I voted for Democrats and I voted for Republican. Judges, mayors, governorship. Yeah, I am too. It's crazy that they use the term so much, and that's what I said. That's what people do. So it's funny when people try to say, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't follow trends. I'm unique, but then you're doing exactly the same thing everybody else is doing. It is annoying. So I remember, like I said, I came up to 2000, didn't vote in 2000 because I just came up and I was trying to get my foothold in on what's going on in the reality of getting to college and doing stuff. Now, again, at the point, I'll be honest with anybody. I said, I might vote for, I might have voted for Al Gore. Might have voted for Al Gore, but didn't happen. I didn't vote for it. 2004, I was like, okay, because if you look at my presidency voting, I have voted only Libertarian and Democrat. I'm not voting for a Republican candidate for president. I voted for, like I said, so in 2000. Because I went in 2000 came up, I was like 2004, I should say. Sorry, 2004 came up. I was like, wait a minute, no freaking, I can't do John Kerry. And listening to John Kerry when he was the Secretary of State, when he was under Barack Obama, and even listening to him now, I am super happy I didn't vote for that long faced little dude. That dude was, I don't know what games he was playing, and even when back then when he was going against Bush, I was like, dude, I don't even understand what you. And I mean that I don't understand what he's saying. It's like none of this stuff come full circle. He didn't make sense. I was like, I can't do this. So I went. That's when I became. I put down decline to the state because I just couldn't vote for whatever. I couldn't vote for Bush and I couldn't vote for Cleary. So I was defranchised. That's what the hashtag walkaway movement was about. Then in 2008, I was like, all right, okay, we got John McCain and Barack Obama. And unlike most people, yeah, I'm black, yes, but I didn't vote for Obama because he's black. I voted because John McCain was, basically a warmonger in my look of it, and he kind of was, because he keep on saying crazy stuff and wanted to go war with everybody to free everybody in the world, which you can't do that because we all have infinitesimal funds. So I didn't understand why he was trying to do that. And I'll be honest with anybody, I was happy I didn't vote for the dude, because even now he's a pain in the butt, being stupid and it's dumb. Got that. All right. 2012. Again, I couldn't, because I seen what happened. I woke. People say, "Well, you woke up." Nah. It ain't like I woke up. 2012. I just didn't want to be a part of. What do you call it? The Obama disenfranchised me, and I was like, okay, it disenfranchised me. I just couldn't really be a part of it. Then, next thing I know is, I was like, what the heck is going on? Mitt Romney, I was like, okay, but he came on and talked. Mitt Romney was kidding, because he was like, oh, he's a rich guy, but he kept trying to go to the lowest denominator. And I was like, dude, stop. Including when he did the whole "who let the dogs out, who bling bling" thing. I was like, you kidding me, right? Really, Mitt? That's what you did? That's what you did, Mitt? Really? That's what you did? That's how smart you was with that? You're a rich dude. Just be a rich dude. And again, he was right about Russia, but Obama made jokes about Russia, saying that the Cold War, the '80s called for their call to make their war back, and whatever joke he cracked, I was like, yeah, but Mitt was right. But Mitt, I couldn't go, so I went Libertarian Party. I went Libertarian Party. So I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. And then came 2016, 2017. 2016, then basically I couldn't, like I said, here's the thing, I didn't vote for Trump. I voted Libertarian Party too, because I want a third party. These two Democrats and Republicans are using this back and forth to run the country, and they're entrenched. And both parties really do suck most of the time. People that come and say, well, Republicans will do this and this. Nah, they got their morals and stuff I don't like either. But the Democrats have done some real comprehensive stuff. And I learned my history by reading the books like I was talking about, and see that, yeah, these are not the people who want to help me out, so I don't give a damn about them either. Now, the point that I'm bringing this out is that this is the answer to a lot of people. To be honest, you get a lot of Democrats are making stuff, and most people I know through my Facebook and anybody else is basically left leaning. Cool, not my thing. Again, Project Open Mic is not set up to change you how to vote, who you want to vote for. I say vote who you want to vote for. I don't care in that regard, but I do hope that you understand what you're doing. And I think a lot of people, that's the part of Kim, that they don't understand what they're doing. Because I'll be honest, y'all say y'all want to get rid of Trump. Trump is a horrible person. You want to get rid of the presidency. Here's the thing. You could do many things to stop. You could do 3 things to stop him. If y'all want to do it, I'll tell you how to stop him. But the thing about it is, you got to let things see for this truthfully, one, but also you got to do certain things. One, you got to stop letting the news media, your CNN, your MSNBC, and I'll play some clips and you hear what I'm talking about, your MSNBC, your CNN, and all that stuff. Those guys, they keep on making up lies to tell on a president. Okay, if you were telling facts and you're backing it up, I could see that. But you keep on pushing that narrative, and when you keep on doing that and it keeps on turning out it's fake, you are literally in his palms when he says fake news. Stop doing that. Tell these you Don Lemons, all the they don't care about. It was just sad. Those guys don't whatever your Don Lemons, your Anderson Cooper, all that stuff. Get away from them because the thing about it is, if you want to again, I'm giving you the secrets to stop him. Stop feeding into him. Hit the man with the truth and stop making up all these edited videos, edited photos, edited stuff. Because then you're proving him when he says you're fake news. You're proving him right. So stupid. Stop fighting. Just stop being put in the man's hands by doing that. You let him be that. That's what Trump does. You keep on, these news media keep on putting, like, every time you fight, he's not doing the same thing like normal people, like normal politicians. That's what you got to worry about. The news media, you got to stop that. You got to let him hang out there. Do not engage him. He has said many stupid stuff. But because, what else, right? Yes, says many stupid stuff, but because you guys just don't want to let it hang there, let him, be like a high five and let him hang and let him look stupid. No, you always engage it. That's the thing that kills me most of the time. Basically, he's literally trolling. You're right. He literally is trolling him. That's one. Stop letting the news media do that. Number one. Number two, if you want to stop him. When he does something, go against what don't prove him right by going the opposite. Prove him wrong. That part always kills me. It's like, okay, so we had the what do you call it again? You had what you call it again? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, see, we had the State of the Union. Okay, State of the Union is there. What happened? No, I understand you don't want to stand up when Trump said about the unemployment and stuff. Because to be honest, that's a little bit of Barack Obama and a little bit of him. He can't take full credit for that, and I go with that. He can't take full credit for that. Okay, but here's the thing, though. So you didn't, when he said that, you didn't want to stand up and clap or whatever. Okay. He made y'all look like fools. One. But two, when those two black girls got killed by MS-13, and you guys didn't want to stand up for that, the Black Caucus, it make y'all look stupid. You played into his hands. You played into his hands. You literally played into his hands. Every time you do something, you go through that way. Just like how people are talking about, and nobody's sticking to the same news all the time. Because every month is a news, and then after that, they drop it. The DACA deal. Everybody had a problem. Everybody, the DACA, the Dreamers Act, blah, 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 blah. Okay. He put it on the table to be signed in the omnibus bill. Democrats didn't do nothing. That's when he gave you the chance to do it. You guys wanted 6,000. He said, okay, I'll give 20,000. He literally gave you more, and you whiffed on it because you wanted to use that issue just to hang him, and it backfired. So that's why it went the way it did. It just did. That was stupid. The same thing goes with the whole he went away from the Paris Accord. Really? You know who also was in the Paris Accord? 3 countries that's signing. Oh man, we didn't sign it. China signed it. India signed it. Russia signed it. Russia don't care about the Paris Accord because they'll do what they want to do. India and China are the 2 main polluters in the world right now. So it's kind of funny that they signed it, but that's not happening. 1,000 people a day die from pollution in China, and they don't care. Like I said, the air is horrible. You could Google it. You could Google it. Talk about people in the masks, everything. You could see it. I know China's the worst polluter. They have all kind of stuff, cadmium and all kind of different cancer in some of these places where they outside some of their jobs and everything. Putting again, people we wear the clothes that people the children wear. Come on. But then India does the same thing with the Ganges River, which is despicable, but it is what it is. I'm not saying that's the fault, but again, they signed it, but they ain't cleaning nothing. It was just so if you wanted it to be a facehood, a facehood. When he had the whole thing with Charlottesville, people go crazy. He said both sides had bad people, which both sides did. Because I want to bring up Antifa. I want to bring up the Nazis and the white supremacists. They also had Antifa who was doing crazy stuff too, and that's why he said that he was correct. But when he said, "Are you going to destroy all these monuments? Are you going to destroy what's the next statue? Washington, Lincoln? Do you think people were smart enough to think? What up, T? You think people were smart enough for that? No. What do you think people did? Went out. These young kids don't even know who Lincoln really is, and they went and destroyed Lincoln statues in Chicago and all that stuff. I'm like, you feed it into the dude. If you want to stop him or make him look like a fool, stop feeding into his idiocracy or his craziness. And that's what you guys. That's not you guys, but that's what they're doing. They went out and destroyed Lincoln statue. You know Lincoln freed the slaves, right? He signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Oh, you just any white person, you just got attacked. Okay. That's how you people think. Stupid. There was people legitimately wanted. This is the part I can't when I see people like, oh, I want it. Everybody was fair-mongering you. They're gonna be a war. They're gonna be a World War III with North Korea, whatever. Ain't happened yet, thank God. But then people was like, I want it. He's the first president to do what he did, and then people was like, oh, he was what do you call it? Oh, I want him to fail. What? This is something I never did. Like I said, I didn't agree with Bush. You know what? But you know what? He was the president. At the end, I didn't really agree with Obama because, again, Affordable Health Care Act, and it was the simplest thing. People were talking about, oh, it's not a right. I don't know what people keep on saying. It's a right. No, it's not. If that's a right, then a lot of people in Africa and India are very hurting for that human right, then. It's not a right. You come, you build, you got to do that. But the main thing about Affordable Health Care that had me like this much was like, how are you going to pay for it? You cannot spend money you're taking, and we already do that. Think about it. Simply think this. If Social Security is coming out of a check and it's billions of dollars underfunded already because they stole the money, it's a pyramid scheme. But it comes out of a check automatically. You think the government gonna do good with healthcare? That one is why I never agree with it. It was not about there was stuff in the bill that was good. Of course, you have Nancy Pelosi with her famous quote of, oh, you need to pass the bill to see what's in it. How about you read the bill and you tell us what's in the bill before we pass it, which we passed the bill for no reason. And then when it comes to Republicans get to do it, then they were saying, oh, the Republicans don't want to pass. It's all a horse and pony show between the two parties. It really is. And I'm going to continue the trend on what I'm saying right here. But the number third thing I will say this, if you want to stop him, stop treating him like a politician. He's not. Trump is not a politician. He is a cutthroat businessman. That's how you stop him. Don't treat him like a politician. He's not. He's a businessman. He get deals done. I'll give you a great example of this, reading from MSNBC. The NATO thing, that people argue about the whole NATO thing. Oh, NATO thing, which, okay, you know what? Let me do, if I'm gonna do the story, I'll do the story full blown. Let me get here. So I know what I heard. I know what I saw. But again, the news media, MSNBC, CNN, it's like, what are you listening? You listen to the same thing I listen to? So this is from the NATO, from the NATO. This is what MSNBC, CNN, all them here.
Still spouting Moscow's lie. So when he goes to the Swedes and say, oh, you're not a member of NATO, but you participate from time to time, and the United States should be like that too, he means it. The Russians have told him that.
You couldn't script this week better if you were Vladimir Putin. Because what he wants above anything else is the collapse of the Western Alliance. Divisions with
like his whole world collapsed.
He is doing the very thing that Vladimir Putin would want a Western leader to do more than anything else, and that is to undermine NATO. He could not be doing Putin's bidding more effectively if he were an active agent of Vladimir Putin and the KGB.
Okay, I don't know where they were listening to it, because according to them, he was a good friend, and but if we actually listen to what he said,
very sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions of dollars a year to Russia. So we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting all of these countries. And then numerous of the countries go out and make a pipeline deal with Russia, where they're paying billions of dollars into the coffers of Russia. So we're supposed to protect you against Russia, but they're paying billions of dollars to Russia. And I think that's very inappropriate. And the former chancellor of Germany is the head of the pipeline company that's supplying the gas. Ultimately, Germany will have almost 70% of their country controlled by Russia with natural gas. So you tell me, is that appropriate? I mean, I've been complaining about this from the time I got in. It should have never been allowed to have happened. But Germany is totally controlled by Russia, because they were getting from 60 to 70% of their energy from Russia and a new pipeline. And you tell me if that's appropriate, because I think it's not. And I think it's a very bad thing for NATO, and I don't think it should have happened. And I think we have to talk to Germany about it. On top of that, Germany is just paying a little bit over 1%, whereas the United States in actual numbers is paying 4.2% of a much larger GDP. So I think that's inappropriate also. You know, we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting everybody, and yet we're paying a lot of money to protect. Now, this has been going on for decades. This has been brought up by other presidents, but other presidents never did anything about it, because I don't think they understood it, or they just didn't want to get involved. But I have to bring it up because I think it's very unfair to our country. It's very unfair to our taxpayers. And I think that these countries have to step it up, not over a 10-year period. They have to step it up immediately. Germany is a rich country. They talk about they're going to increase it a tiny bit by 2030. Well, they could increase it immediately tomorrow and have no problem. I don't think it's fair to the United States. So we're going to have to do something, because we're not going to put up with it. We can't put up with it. And it's inappropriate.
Okay. I didn't hear nothing about he praising Russia. I really didn't. But, you know, he basically saying that it's ridiculous. It's just pure ridiculousness. But the media, people go to the same media and listen to what's going on.
NATO, namely Germany, having a large percentage of their energy needs paid, you know, to Russia and taken care of by Russia. Now, if you look at it, Germany is a captive of Russia, because they supply. They got rid of their coal plants. They got rid of their nuclear. They're getting so much of the oil and gas from Russia.
Okay, so there you go. So my thing was that and you could go to Bloomberg.com and listen to the whole thing like I did. I only played some. I want to show you that, but yeah, Bloomberg.com had the whole clip, and you could listen to the whole thing. The thing that killed me is there was a deal to make. The deal was with NATO was that we protect you from Russia, and all these countries paid 2% of the GDP. Here in America, paid 2% of the GDP to help build, you know, have a protection against Russia, against all that. All right. Here's where a problem come in. Most of the other countries who's supposed to be in there, they're not paying that, and we are paying 4.2%. We're paying way more than we're supposed to. And what he was saying makes sense. Why? Let me see. We're protecting you from Russia, but then you are still paying billions of dollars towards Russia. That don't. Please tell me anybody makes sense. I'm protecting you from a drug dealer, but you still go ahead and take your money that you're saving and go put and still go pay the drug dealer that I'm protecting you from doing. Does that make any sense to anybody? It's simple, plain. It's simple and plain right there. And it's just ridiculous. And I don't know how they took that. Listen with the news media talking about this. I'm like, are you listening to what I'm listening? Because that's not what I'm hearing. Just like they did with the whole MS-13 thing, where they said, "Oh man, he is these animals." He was talking about MS-13, but I love how people just turned into said, "Oh well, you can't do that. That's just that." He's talking about all immigrants. No, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. The media keep on doing this, and when you do that, you back up his saying of being fake news. You gotta stop that. If you want to stop him, you gotta stop that. If that's y'all goals to do, stop that. Stop feeding into him. And the funny thing about it, he said, you know, people, we're gonna make everybody go higher than they're supposed to do. So you have so then you have Macron from France, which is no, I do not believe. Look, I'll play a clip about that because the person thinks the same way too. I do not believe that Trump is a smart man. He's cunning. That's why I give him. That's why I say you treat him as a businessman. Stop treating him like a politician. He's not that. He's not apologetic. He's gonna get into your face. He knows how to use the media against himself. So if the media stop doing stuff, he will hang himself, and then you could vote him out in 2020. But for right now, things are going the way he is because you keep on pushing him that way. And this is what I'm saying. So Macron, Trump came out saying, but this right here, this is, as you hear in the news, 3D chess, because Trump said he's gonna allies agreed to increase spending beyond goals, which was 2%. Macron said that's not gonna happen. President Emmanuel Macron denied any NATO members agreed to boost contributions beyond 2% GDP. The commit was published yesterday and very detailed. And Macron said, per Association of Press, I confirm the goal of 2% by 2020, and that's all. Okay. If you heard what I just said, listen to this. Macron, he just played you. You weren't paying 2%, but now you're going to pay 2%. I basically call your bluff to get you to pay what you're supposed to pay. That's smart business. That's not smart. I'm sorry. That's cunning. That's just shit. That ain't smart. That's using your opponent against you. That's cunning. That is super smart cunning right there to do that. I can't deny that, stuff like that. And here's why I said what I said. Where is it? Nope. Here's why I said what I said. Like I said, this is why he's cunning. Listen to which I myself forgot a little bit. And I remember like, oh crap, he did do that. Listen to what he did to his own, well, I ain't gonna say his own party. Remember, the funny thing about Trump is, it kills me is, and people keep on, living it up and saying stupid stuff like this. He was a Democrat. He was a Democrat who turned a Republican and won. That's the part that stuns me. The man was a Democrat, became a Republican to run as a president and won. You can't deny his cunningness. I'm sorry. You'll call him stupid. That's cool. You'll call him. I don't think he's a smart man either. But you can't deny his cunningness. That's why I say stop treating him like a businessman. Like a politician. He's not one. He's a businessman. This is what he did to get what he had to get.
Trump has, and this is not a term of disparagement, Trump has something called animal cunning. So, and you saw it. I'm not saying that necessarily it was enlightening, but when he looked at Jeb Bush, he looked at him for about 10 minutes and he said he had low energy. He does. And I had never thought that, I always thought that Marco Rubio was 6'6". All of a sudden he said Marco Rubio and he shrunk. And I always thought Rand Paul had integrity. I didn't agree with him, but I thought that's a principled guy. So when Rand Paul said to him in that debate, well, you know, you take money and you give money, and he said, you should know, you came into my office and begged for $10,000. I thought, oh my God.
Damn.
And then I liked Ted Cruz, but I thought Ted Cruz played fast and loose with the truth. And it wasn't just he said lying Ted Cruz, he did his apprentice act, the lying Ted Cruz. So he destroyed six, not defeated them, but destroyed them. When Joe begged for $10,000, I thought, oh my God.
That's cunning right there. That little part right there is what I forgot. And I said, oh yeah, he did sell the debate. You try to pin him saying, oh, you spend money and you take money. Well, and for him to turn that around and says, well, you should know Rand Paul, which I think Rand Paul is a more up person, but you should know Rand Paul. I gave you, because you came to me 2 weeks ago asking for $10,000. Damn, that's a comeback. That's a comeback. You can't argue that. That got him. You try to hit me with that, and he comes back with that. He's cunning. That's what it is, and that's what he did to France. Being France to go, oh, we didn't agree to pay more than 2,000. No, but you're gonna pay the 2% though. See, over 2%. See, that's cunning. That's how you do it. That's who you're dealing with. So if that's who you're dealing with, stop treating him like a politician. If you want to stop him, stop treating him like a politician. You'll get way further if what it is. But you know, again, the media the media just feeds into a lot of the frenzy. Because I can say right now, like, remember, I remember I said a while ago talking about CNN. I talk about CNN and whatever this and how hard CNN is trying to do to do whatever. And I remember I told you, remember, this is, I'm going to you talk Nelson. Remember I was telling you that CNN barely get 1 million views a day? This just came out from Nelson and from the Rivers Report.
To be talking about on today's video, a number of news outlets are reporting that CNN's overall ratings have been experiencing really nothing less than a massive decline over the last 18 months or so. According to Adweek, CNN experienced a whopping 25% drop in their primetime viewership over the last year, which puts CNN under the million mark in terms of total daily viewers. I think CNN is lucky if it gets 1 million viewers during their daytime coverage, and they're pulling in just about 800,000 for their primetime viewership. In fact, 1 week, I believe it was in May, their primetime viewership dropped by an astonishing 35%. That's over a third of their viewers basically checking out over the course of a week. I think you just need to let that hit you. A third of CNN viewers stopped watching. Now, by comparison, Fox News during that same week experienced nearly a 10-point increase in viewership. In fact, Fox has actually increased its viewers by over 5% over the course of the last year and is drawing between 1.52 million viewers per day. Their primetime lineup is about 2 to 3 million viewers nightly. In fact, Fox has been the #1 cable news network for over 200 consecutive months. It's really nothing short of astonishing what they've been able to do in terms of their ratings dominance. And even the ultra-liberal MSNBC is blowing away CNN, though MSNBC has experienced some decline. About 10% in their viewership in the last year has fallen, but they're still attracting just over 1 million viewers for their nightly primetime lineup, way ahead of CNN.
So, and this is Dr. Stefan Turley from Washington Post, which is, trust me, ain't no right-leaning, right whatever. It's most left, but biases aside. He was talking about that from the Nelson ratings and everything. Take into thinking. Anderson Cooper and the Don Lemon and everything, which people watch, and I know somebody who significantly watch it. It's annoying, but again, I'm not changing you for watching that. They get most of their viewership mostly in nighttime, the 800,000. That's it, between prime time, between 5 and 8 o'clock. That's it. So 200,000, which is 200,000, is to watch all the other stuff every day, all the rest hours of the day. That's nothing. But people talk about getting them in a way, and like I said, like just the one with and you go check this out again, like the one with Trump was he was feeding the fish with Japan when he went to Japan, and he saw that thing and CNN edit the video so they don't see the Japan president doing the exact same thing before Trump, and Trump just followed what the president was doing. Miracle. Fake news. Well, you proved that you're fake news. Also, they just put out a video last week about the whole father and showing this video. Isn't this enlightening that these you can go check this video because it's horrible that they did this, but isn't it cool that these families are coming to you, that this mother and her son, I'm united with my son in so long, and then my son and her husband and daughter, husband and daughter's meeting, the daughter's meeting her brother in such a long time, and I'm seeing my son in such a long time. Families don't act like that if they've never seen each other for a while. Hell, I know when I went out to St. Thomas just a while ago, I don't act like that. And I saw my mother in October. And I'm a grown ass man. These kids weren't even touching each other. And the father was holding the little girl's hand and touching the brother to make it like, there's your brother. They were actors. This is what CNN did. They made a fake video just to get sympathy. That's despicable. That's just bad. And after learning what happened with the Time with the Time magazine, when people said, "Oh, well, Trump is separating families and all that stuff right there, separating families with the women, the little kid." One kid was never separated from his mother. Mother kidnapped the kid from the father. Funny how that worked out, and they were never separated. So, false cover, false lie. You feed into the story, fake news. Stop giving him the ammo to say what you gotta say. I'm trying to help people. Don't do that. Walk away from him, leave him alone. He'll say stupid enough stuff to die on his own. But y'all don't do it. As media and people who do stuff on their Facebook and everything else, you feed back into what helps him to become more stronger. That's crazy. That's what you guys do. The immigration bill. First of all, ICE protects, because I like how that girl, that Cortez woman up and see, I'm not angry that she won. She played the game, she won. But her ideas are crazy. Same thing with Bernie Sanders. I genuinely first believe that Bernie Sanders believed in what he was saying. Crazy as it is, but he believed it. Had the passion. And you want to know why? One of the other, basically, the nail that made Trump win. Trump win by a lot of people being disfranchised and all that stuff. Okay, you know why he really did win? Because when Bernie Sanders, when WikiLeaks came out and showed that Hillary Clinton with Donna Brzezinski did feed Hillary Clinton the questions, and Elizabeth Warren sabotaged some of the primaries and showed Bernie Sanders was saying all the time, hey, Hillary Clinton's an insider. She's a Wall Street hack. She's all this stuff. Bernie Sanders have the empirical truth now in his hand. He literally is at the basketball. He's at, all you need is 1 point to win, and he'll get 2 points. And he's right there. He's going to dunk, and the ball's almost in the rim. And he could have said, see, this is why we don't like that. We got to break this down, that Hillary Clinton did all this stuff. But what he did, he's like, oh, they did me bad, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna support Hillary Clinton. And his supporters was like, what? Whoa. You told us all the time this is what this person was. Proof came out that that's what she is, and you support her? That was the literal nail, the last nail in the coffin. Bang. And that's how Trump won. So my point is with Cortez up there saying all this stuff and shit, get rid of ICE, abolish ICE. Okay, so who's gonna protect you from the terrorists, the drug smugglers, the coyotes? We're gonna put the army there? Well, if you put an army there, then I'm cool with that too. But I don't think every time people ask them the question, they never go beyond that thought. They're a terrorist organization. They're doing their job, lady. Well, they separate mothers and children. Let me get this straight. A mother goes out there, kills 3 people in a car accident, and she has kids. Where are they gonna take the mother? To jail. Where the kids gonna be? Foster care or somebody, family members, if that's lucky. Ain't they separated? If a father go kill somebody and he has a kid, he go to jail. Ain't the kids separated? So the citizens can't do that, but people who cross illegally can't do that. Does that make any sense? No, again, I'll say anything to anybody. I am 100%, 110% biased against illegal immigration. Why? Because, and that'll be his own subject. I lost my cousin to illegal immigrants because they wanted to show how tough they were for no dumb reason. And I'll tell the story more when I get the topic like that. And a friend of mine just last year, not lost, and like I said, I am sad about that. But last year, a friend of mine lost not 1 kid, 2, but not 2 kids, also her husband. She lost her husband and 3 kids, 2 kids, 2 kids from an illegal immigrant. And that was rough. And that was like kind of a crying shoulder and hear what she got to go through. That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. And you know what? The thing about it with these politicians, again, they play all this crazy stuff. Here's somebody who's also a Mexican and legal, but let's see what happened to her.
Lupe Ostolia Morfin Moreno. My father was a Mexican, bracero. My mother was a Tejana, or is a Tejana. And I'm here representing my sister, Angie Morfin, whose son was murdered a block away from my mother's home 25 years ago. I don't think he was the first victim, but we're the first families to speak out in the state of California. And I also am representing the angel mothers whose children have been slaughtered and murdered in our communities, especially cities like Salinas, California, and Santa Ana, California. Salinas, an unofficial sanctuary city. Santa Ana just became an official sanctuary city. Article 4 of Section 4 of the United States shall guarantee to every state in the nation a republic form and shall protect each against evasion and domestic violence. Our beautiful children have been sacrificed at the altar of elected officials and nonprofits, as we could see how many nonprofits are making money off of our dead children. Section 8 says that we will not help illegal aliens in any way or form or encourage them to be in our cities, to be in our neighborhoods, to kill our children. We want you to stop this now. Now. I have it on good authority. Our side wins. Even with all that you have, our side wins. Because you have weeping mothers, not only in California, but throughout the United States now. It's not here, it's everywhere now. Stop trying to blare the difference between illegal and legal. There's a big difference. We're Americans. We live the American culture and we have the American spirit. We don't steal, we don't lie, and we don't take other people's things. This man that was up here crying because he was locked up or something, these mothers, these families, their children are gone forever. They're buried throughout California and the United States. Ruben was 13 years old. He was just starting. And a man grabbed him and blew out his brains. Stephen Woods was at the beach. How many of you have gone to the beach with a girl and walked the beach? And he was surrounded, and he had a paint roller plunged through his brain. 17 years old. Jamil Shaw, a dream of playing football. And he doesn't play. His dad, I'm sorry, but I have wept with these families. I have wept with these families. Drew Rosenberg, San Francisco, murdered by an illegal alien, ran over him on his bike 3 times. 3 times. But guess what? His dad was a liberal. And guess what? Now he's fighting all this mess that you guys have gotten to. Eric Cepeda, hit by an illegal alien that was here illegally, driving illegally, and working illegally. Dominic Duran, his mother went to the Republican National Committee convention. David Marsh, he was shot, a deputy sheriff in Los Angeles. He was shot, and then the illegal alien came out and shot him again while he was laying there. Cristina Pena was 14 years old when some guy grabbed her and strangled her and threw her into a field, raining. That's where they found her body. I am a victim of illegal immigration. I was molested as a child, as I know you were, Richard. I know you were molested. How dare you side with the other side? How dare you? I was pregnant by 14.
It's tough, but you get the point. And she's a Mexican who came here the legal way. And again, nobody talks about how it's hard for people from Honduras to go through Mexico because Mexico makes it worse because 80% of people who make it through Mexico, girls, are raped. And that's from Amnesty International. So when people try to play the whole stuff, like I said, I'll get deeper in stuff like this when I do the show specifically about this. It needs to be talked about. It really does. But last but not least, I just want to play one more little clip and call it a night. And then one more clip will be this. It's funny how they say the Republicans are for the rich people. Again, not praising them or nothing. I'm just giving you how you got to watch the hypocrisy. You praise the Republicans are for rich people. Okay, that's your claim to claim. It's funny when you look at what people say, and they think about it, the leftists. I call them leftists. I don't call them liberals but the real people on the fringe. You're Stephen Colbert, you're Jim Kimmel, you're all Hollywood, all that stuff. When they say stuff, you gotta listen to the words they're saying. I'm gonna play a clip of listen to what word we're saying, but you gotta listen to the words they're saying. Jim McKellen about the guns and all this stuff. Says the guy who has armed guards blocking him and else got security to keep his house safe. You guys don't. Not what people do not. That just sink in when they say stuff like that. Maxine Waters, who is a horrible person. Auntie Maxine. Oh, thank God she ain't my aunt. But that woman is crazy. She has been she gets on the news for no apparent reason because she don't know what she's saying. 1 and 2, the people in the district is sad that they keep voting for her again over and over again. Y'all one of the worst districts in America. Your school is one of the worst districts in America. Maxine Waters does not live in the district that she represents. She talk about white supremacy and everything. While living among white people in her $4.3 million mansion. Huh. Yeah. You gotta love that one. And here's a clip. I'll hate him, not hate him, but when he said this, I lost respect for him because this is what he's saying about people again. I don't want people. Remember, you're regular people. All of us are regular people. We don't have the money as it is. This is what, like I said, Bill Maher. I thought the dude was whatever. This is what Bill Maher said.
Can I ask about the economy? Because this economy is going pretty well.
Oh, it's going pretty well, huh, Bill Maher?
I feel like the bottom has to fall out at some point. And by the way, I'm hoping for it because I think one way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy. So please bring on the recession. Sorry if that hurts people, but it's either root for a recession or you lose your democracy.
Trump is doing everything you could possibly do to screw up the economy.
Wait, so the economy is good, Bill Maher, you dick. Bring on the recession. Let me see. We ain't worth 100. We're not worth $100 million like you, Bill Maher. So when a recession comes, you're okay. But people who work for thousands of dollars, who works for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $80,000, even $100,000 a year, when a recession comes, they're effed. So you're basically telling me, hey, I want the plane to crash, but I'm in first class. Wait a minute. I'm in first class, and I got my golden parachute while the rest of you peons die. Because I don't like this pilot. I want a pilot to hemorrhage and die and let the plane crash, but don't worry about it. But I could get my golden parachute and fly off. That right there is why I'm like, wow. Really, Bill Maher? Really? He said the pause in the first 5 seconds. Yeah, because he's like, the economy's doing well. Well, yeah. And then you wanted to crash. Well, what the hell? You wanted to crash? Why? Oh, because you got to go to parachute and I don't. And these are the rich people. You talk about, oh, the Republicans are the rich. The Democrats are for the rich too. And they don't give a damn about you. This right here is exactly why a lot of people are hashtag walking away. How can you say that? I can you play more clips from him and Nancy Pelosi and everything, but I'm gonna stop it right there because it's getting late. But that shows you what the heck is going on. That's ridiculous. But that's what y'all wanted. Must be. Those Hollywood types, those rich types, don't give a dang about you. They don't. There's some of them out there who do help and do all this stuff like that, and I get that. And those who do it, I praise. Like I said, I disagree with Bloomberg's the way of doing stuff because the soda tax, that was dumb. And also stopping churches from giving food because of salt intake to homeless. Trust me, if I'm homeless and I'm hungry, yeah, I don't give a damn about the damn salt intake. I'm starving. I want to eat. That's what I want to do. But he did a can out of St. Thomas, and not only gave him money, but he was physically helping Tim Duncan with the hurricane down in St. Thomas. I can't, like I said, I call a spade a spade. I call it the truth is truth. I don't have to, unlike other people who try to do this crap, I don't have to lie on somebody to prove they're wrong. I let them prove themselves wrong. I don't have to lie on that. I think if you don't have a good argument, I could debate it out. And that's what Open Project Open Mic is all about. When I mean debate about, we ain't gotta be super argument. Also, argument doesn't mean that you gotta be shouting anyway. It's all about having a talk. Let's talk about some of this stuff because we need to. We do. But remember, all the donors and everything, that you look at the donors, what's going on, and you see how much more for the Democrats, rich people, and they don't give a damn about you. The same thing happened with France before with Franklin Hollande, the past president. He wanted to charge 80% because everybody always like to say, "Oh, we're going to raise taxes to help college and all that other stuff." Raise taxes, okay? I got a question for you. Just like Bill Maher, you basically got to go on punch to jump off. You know what rich people has that we don't have? They can move. And Franklin Hollande found that out in France when he did that. And he said, "Oh, we're going to charge people 80% taxes for the rich." You know what the rich did? They sold their chateaus, their mansions for cheap on a dollar because they have the money and went to other countries. Why? Because they can. And when the rich people went away, they brought the middle class of France up, and they started saying, whoa, our taxes went up because the upper echelon moved out of the country. You can't tax them. And they were like, oh crap. And Franklin stopped it. At least he stopped it in time. But a lot of these people don't know about that. And that's why that's always Kim when I hear rich people talking about that stuff, like, oh, we're gonna, it's so easily right in your face. A lot of people just don't listen to it. Seriously, guys. Look, it's good to be back. I'm doing my shows on and off then in 2019. We're gonna really hit it like a Thursday show for sure all the time, and maybe every week or maybe every other week. We're gonna figure that out. The website's gonna be up, everything. But again, I won't have any conversation with anybody about anything that I said because I want to have the conversation about it. But there you go. That's the craziness right there. I still remember that one lady that the left is hypocritical as hell. The right hypocritical as well too, but they're hypocritical morals. Yes, the pastor would tell you, hey, don't cheat on your wife while he cheats on his wife. But don't cheat on your wife, but he cheated on his wife. But he cheated on his wife. But what he morally said was still good. On the left now, this is a whole different story. I got a video to show, and like I said, on Project Open Mic on YouTube. You'll go there and subscribe. You're gonna see more. I'm gonna call up more videos. You see the visual evidence of what I've been playing and everything as well too, because it's funny to see when people talk about, oh well, this is how it works. Because there's a girl who's a transgender and says, oh, here's this funny. All white people are racist. She's white. All male are sexist, misogynist. But you're transgendering from a woman to a man. So does that not make you misogynist? All cisgender, which I hate that word and it should never been used really, are transphobic. Huh? And again, I hate that the dictionary just changed that into just 2 years ago. But phobia was never about hate. It was an irrational fear, and it changed to hate because they wanted that stupid the way it is. That's stupid. Just like when I see a lot of women would talk about with the Roe v. Wade and all that dumb stuff, talk about, oh, keep your hands out of off my JJ. But you still want them to give you free childbirth. Huh? Again, how does that work? Stay out of my body. It's my body to do what I want, but you still want me to provide free stuff for your body. It don't work that way. When I say some stuff, like I said, we'll talk about transgender, gay, queer, all that stuff. I have nothing against transgenders. Really, you live what you want to live. Same thing with because I'm a libertarian. The same thing with gay people. Just know that there's limits to you keep on pushing. Just like you don't want religion pushed down your throat. Stop pushing that thing. It doesn't make no sense. Because people are like, oh, because unless I know you have your job, I don't care. When I'm talking to you, I don't know your sexual who you want to be with. I don't know. Technically speaking, I don't care, but I don't know who it is. When I'm hiring somebody, if I'm hiring somebody, I had a female. Oh, I had a female. Okay. Her sex life never came up once. Why? Because it didn't need to. And if I'm working later on and she says, hey, I got to pick up my girlfriend. Oh, okay. Well, you go ahead and pick up your girlfriend. That's all I'll be saying. I won't be saying, oh, you're homosexual? No. I'll be really like, okay, go pick up your girlfriend. All right. That's it. It wouldn't be shocking to me because her sexuality has got nothing with the job. Not a damn thing. Can you do the job? Can you do your math? Can you do all this? Yes. Well, good for you. You got the job. Because in the interview, I never asked that question, and nobody in reality ever asked that question. Just like with the transgender, with the whole I'll get deep into this with the whole pronoun. Nobody speaks like that. Oh, I want to be known as a him, zim, z's. Nobody speaks like that. If I say he, it's understood with he, and I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to somebody else. So your pronoun is irrelevant to the conversation. Stupid. Nobody speaks like that at all. If I say she, I'm talking to she. I don't say, hey, she, come here. Nobody does. Nobody does. It's stupid. I'm talking to somebody else. Hey, John, you saw what John, you saw what Mike did? Yeah, I saw what he did. Mike is already understood, and we're not talking to Mike. So it's irrelevant to the person who said, I want my pronoun to be a Z. Stupid. Or I need to be a she. It's stupid because nobody knows it, nobody cares about it, and it doesn't come up in the conversation that way. So most of your arguments are stuff that never happens in the real world. It's crazy. We're digging out to the lowest barrel just to make people feel happy in their feelings, and I'm sorry. Again, just like anybody else, you want to. Their arguments just so crazy because like, oh, we're not binary. We're not a binary gender. We're not binary sex. We're not binary gender. What? Wait, let me see. You're not trans. You're not trans mop or trans microphone. You're trans woman and you're trans man. So you're still it's two options still. So it is binary. What the? A lot of these arguments are arguments that people need to stand up and say, and you're gonna be rude to nobody. But again, that's what Project Open Mic is all about. Call it out and tell people, hey, this is crazy. This is look. You want to be you want to trans into a tree? I don't care. Go right ahead. But when we talking and I see it, I'm gonna still say, "Hey, Sean, can you stop that?" Or "Hey, hey, Jessica, you want?" It's just what it is. And there's gonna be more subjects we'll be talking about, of course, in other Project Open Mics. But again, as I said, with the walkaway hashtag, seriously, if you want to stop him. Stop fitting into him. Stop listening stop letting the media tell you all this stuff because he says fake news and you follow that. And also treat him like a businessman and not a politician. And if you do that, which I know I know that the left ain't gonna do that, then you will stop Trump cold in his feet. But you're not gonna do that, and that's the sad part about it. He's done everything he's supposed to do. Right now, let's see what happens. But again, it's good to be back. All people who are from the islands, again, my prayers to you. Hopefully that hurricane season is not as bad as last year. I pray as we're going into the peak season of late July, August, and September, basically August and September, because those two hurricanes was in September. I pray to God that for y'all safety and blessings, and hope that nothing really transpire like last year at all. Okay, I really hope so. With that said, I'm going to end you with what I always said. People are stupid, individuals are smart. So don't let stupid people ruin your life, and make sure you look for different sources on any subject. Not one, not just go to CNN. No, go to different sources. Hell, try a Fox. Okay, you don't like Fox? Try a BBC America. Try a Al Jazeera. Try a Bloomberg. Try something different than one side, whatever. And yes, when people say unbiased, that's a lie. Every single human being from 5 years old to now is biased. Everyone. Unbiased is a unicorn. It doesn't exist. Everybody has a bias. Because my spider sense, when that's somebody say, "Oh, I'm unbiased," I know some lies is coming out behind that. The word you're looking for is objective. People use unbiased, and that's a lie. Nobody's unbiased on this planet at all. With that said, wish you guys good night. To the people out there who are getting the Caribbean, wish you all the best hurricane season, and I hope everything goes well. Same thing to you guys on YouTube. Project Open Mic. Again, we have more conversations about stuff like this. The low-hanging fruit representing crab crabs. No, you're right. Not to our commenters here. No, you're right. A low-hanging fruit doesn't. And no, I have multiple screens open, and I do a simulcast between 3 things. So I didn't watch when I didn't see a lot of stuff happen, sir. I didn't respond. So I apologize for that. No, but you know what? Sorry. I'm not training. I'm not going to tell you and anybody else if you don't want to vote Democrat. That's you. My point. If you listen to the whole video, I just said 3 ways to stop Trump. I don't know what you didn't catch on. You stop him by doing those 3 things, and you know what? He'll hang himself. And or in his words, he's said stupid stuff in the past, but we got to hit him where the stuff they said. When he did the tariffs against Canada with Canadian Bombardier, it was because of Boeing. And luckily, it backfired on Trump. But did anybody talk about that on MSNBC, CBS, and everything? No, they didn't. That was one thing that he did that was wrong, and it backfired. Hit him with that. And yes, one you talk about does a random girl on YouTube? No, there's a lot of people on YouTube. One who said what they said. That the video, if you talk about the video that I played right there, she was in. Well, just didn't see where you were at, so I apologize for that, because I'll be the bigger person. I'll apologize for that. But there are women out there who went through a lot of horrible stuff because of illegal immigration, and I'm one of them. And my friend is another one of them, and I just played a clip to that. Illegal immigration, that's the female one I'm talking about. The Democrats are no better than the Democrats are way worse than the Republicans. I'm not telling nobody to go vote for a Republican. I mostly, if I tell anybody anything, I'm third party. I don't care. I need a third party. Both parties don't care for me or do anything for me. That's why I don't vote for them. I got to do it on a local circuit as best as I can. But I voted Libertarian, even though Gary Johnson acted stupidly in the last one, and I give him that he did say some stupid stuff. But but there's a reason why I want a third party, is because I seen what the rules are for the government, that if a third party gets 10% of the vote, they could start the next election as a legitimate third party and they get $10 million as a start. That's a law. That's why I'm doing that. I don't care about the Democrats left and the right on all that bull crap. I care about if you want to stop Trump. If you say that, if people who are Democrats want to stop Trump, you got to do those 3 things I said. Because again, Republicans have their nasty things again. That is, I don't like John McCain. That's why I didn't vote for him. I voted for Barack Obama. But that's me explaining it to you in that regard. Other than that, I'm going to leave it as it is. For the rest of you guys, good night. Been here for about an hour and a half. So hope you guys have a good night. Again, for the people there out there, God bless you all. and catch you on the next time. Peace out.